Hello everyone, my name is Steve and I'm a writer and photographer, and I also run a site called excellentfamilyadventures.com where we offer different tips and advice and cool ideas for traveling and getting outside with your family, whether big or small. I have created this gift guide for dads in particular who maybe have a busy schedule and love to get outside but maybe don't have a lot of time but still need their time outside to feel a bit sane in this crazy world. So I get a lot of gear coming onto my plate that I get to test. I've probably tested hundreds of items this year, and most of them are good and some of them not so good. I'm here to tell you the ones that I really like personally, that I use, and things that I really respect about certain qualities. Nobody here is paying me to promote it. That's an important fact. I do get free samples sometimes, but a lot of this stuff I've also paid for and purchase and use often. So just so you understand, none of this is a sponsored promotion. This is all just based on my experience and what I enjoy as someone who calls himself adventurous and likes to get outside and spend time both with my family and alone outdoors. So let's get to it. We'll start with small items. First is something every outdoorsy dad should have, which is a multi-tool. This one in particular I really like. It's from the Victorinox, so the Swiss Army people. And this one in particular is just, there's a lot of different multi-tools out there from varying different degrees of expense. This one's more on the more expensive side. It's probably like double the cost of an equivalent Leatherman, for example. But it's just really good quality stainless steel that I really enjoy. And all the tools are extremely sharp and well made and just practical. So you get a really good, Phillips head, for example, and that's just easy to use, easy to stow away. And it just feels good in your hand. That's what I like. It's just nice bow shape that has good leverage when you're using the pliers. It's always a good thing to have in your bag when you're outside and have gear to manage, summer or winter. Okay, while we're on the subject of tools, this one has been in my bag for many years. I am a former trail builder, so it was great for being on mountain bike trails and cutting down logs and just different needs along the way. Even we use this to cut our Christmas tree down. It's a folding saw. Folding saws are nothing new, but this is Japanese. It's from a company called Silky, and the model is Gomboy. But yeah, made straight in Japan, Japanese steel. Hattori Hanzo, if anyone knows him, that's the quality of Japanese steel is remarkable. And I've had this one in particular for I think over 5 years, and it's still incredibly sharp. So they last a super long time, and they're easy to manage. And yeah, it sits in your pack. Another nice stocking stuffer is this Mega Pump by Exped. Pumps up not just Exped branded sleeping pads or air mattresses, but any air mattress with a little nice handy adapter. And it both inflates and deflates and charges up by USB-C, so it's super universal and really powerful. And let's face it, usually it's the dad's chore to pump up the air mattresses at campsites. So if you want to make your dad or your husband's life a lot easier, this is a nice, easy, relatively inexpensive pump that makes just the camp setup time so much faster and easier. And yeah, if you don't have an Exped air mattress, that's fine. But I do recommend the Exped sleeping pads. Their Mega Mat is excellent, and it's something that I really enjoy. It's really warm and soft and super comfortable. But the pump, nice easy stocking stuffer that is practical as well. Next stocking stuffer sized item is this power bank by Anker. It's just large enough. I think it's just under 99 watt hours, which is the limit to fly on an airplane with, so you can take it on the airplane with no worries. It holds enough charge for, I can charge my 14-inch MacBook Pro on it, and I can also charge my smartphone several times, probably 5 times with it, and it's no bigger than a phone. You know, if you look at the size, at least in height, it's a little thick, but it's and it's bigger than other power banks, but you do get a display that shows you how much charge is left and how much power it's either outputting or inputting. It also charges up pretty fast by USB-C, so it's just a nice compact power bank to have. I can't remember the exact model name. I'll put that in afterwards, but it's by Anker, who has been in the game for a long time, and they make quality stuff. I've had this for over a year and it still works great. Next item is something really cheap and easy, but if you have someone that skis or snowboards, especially in the backcountry, it comes in handy more than just tying your skis or splitboard or anything together. It's just a really handy strap. You know, it's just called, I don't know the official name, but it's just called a ski strap, and just looks in there and you just use tension and it's super solid, and it's got a variety of uses. You know, you can use it for first aid, you know, splinting a leg in the backcountry, or you can just use it to tie your skis together to keep it nice and tight. But it's really easy to put on and off, and it's just something to good have in the bag. They cost like 10 bucks. This one's from Voile, and they've been around for a long time. But there's all different kinds. But yeah, just look for a ski strap, and if your partner or dad is in the backcountry a lot, they can never have too many of these. Next item, it's a little bit pricier, but it's some pretty nice sunglasses / goggles by Vallon, which is a European brand. But you can, you know, use it for biking or skiing and snowboarding, and I don't know, I just like them. They've got the kind of space age black fly or the fly look, but they protect really well and they look good, at least from the inside, and it's just got that fun wraparound style. And I also forgot the model name of these, but I'll put the link in the description. It's not great on you know, cloudier days. You definitely want like full sun with it, but if you've got that for biking or skiing, snowboarding, it's a nice one. Okay, so next one is something that's kind of unassuming, but it's super practical. It is called the Mud Mat. It's by Born Outdoor, and you can see their label there. And they are just, it's just a really simple idea. You just lay it down on the ground when you need to change your boots or change your clothes, either out in the snow or muddy ground, so that you don't have to do it in your car. It's just easy. Another good use is for like changing in and out of a wetsuit when you're surfing, so you don't get your feet all sandy. You can like rinse it off and then just put it on. But I use it a lot for when I go snowboarding and I'm just putting my pants on, so I don't have to be going into my vehicle all wet. And it's got, you know, waterproof on the bottom, so then you just fold it up on the inside, super easy. And then yeah, you can just dry it out and clean it when you're back home, but it just makes the whole changing in and out of wet or dirty gear nice and tidy, which is nice. Let's get into some apparel, because always gotta have good functional outerwear that also looks good, right? And feels good. That's the important things. I really like these jeans. They're from a brand called Duer. What I really like about these jeans is they're lined with fleece, so they're really warm and cozy. And they've got a nice little stretchy element, so it's soft denim that, you know, doesn't need any breaking in, but it's lined with fleece, so it feels nice and warm in the colder months, and then soft on your skin. Not much to say about it, except that they're really comfortable and warm. And yeah, they just got a good style to it. They are a bit pricey, but you know, good jeans are always pricey, but you get the added bonus of these having the fleece lining, which I really find super comfortable. And to go with the jeans, you need a good belt. This is a stretch belt by Arcade. They make a bunch of different styles, so you can get one that suits you. This kind of mountain themed one is good because it gives money to protect our winters, which helps fund climate advocacy from skiers and snowboarders and outdoor lovers in general. So it's just helping a good organization by buying this belt, but it's stretchy, and what's really good about it too is in the wintertime, you know, metal can be a bit of a pain. So this has a nice little seatbelt buckle, and the plastic, you know, doesn't freeze up your fingertips, and it's just easy to get on and off. It's just a nice kind of classic modern look too. But I also just like how comfortable it is to put on and off. So yeah, just working our way up. The next thing is this jacket I'm wearing right here. It's by Roark. It's called the Axeman. Really warm and heavy. I like more weighted stuff. And this is just nice. It's good for, yeah, just outdoor chores, or just, you know, just easy to throw on. Warm winter jacket that is a bit unpretentious, just feels like a large flannel, and it's comfortable, and that's sort of all the requirements that I have for a good piece of outdoor gear, is, especially in the winter, is warm and comfortable, and this suits that purpose. And yeah, they have a bunch of different styles too. If you don't like the flannel look, there's different ones to choose from. It's got a funny little clasp here that I think you don't really need, but it's just kind of, I think, for style. But then it also has a button or zip up, so that's nice and easy. So now let's move on to footwear. Footwear is always a hard thing to buy for someone. Here's at least a good seed to plant in someone's head. These are the Bangtail by a brand called Oboz out of Bozeman, Montana. They're a B corporation, so they've been making a ton of strides to do better for the environment and the supply chain and how they treat their employees and everything like that. The B Corporation standards are super rigorous, so I'm not going to go through it right now, but you can look it up on either their site or the B Corp site. Basically, they're doing good and they're making good efforts. The Bangtail boots I really like because they're really warm, they're waterproof. You can go snowshoeing in it if you want, or you can just use it for hiking and traveling around. It's got a super high cuff, so you can still walk around in the snow with it. But it's got the Primaloft insulation. It's also got the Vibram sole, and especially the Arctic grip, which is the like red kind of tread, and it's really grippy, so good in the snow and ice. And yeah, I just really like the comfort of these, that they feel good from the first time you put them on. So yeah, and can't say much else except it's got their proprietary waterproofing, you know, similar to Gore-Tex, but I've never had any issues with it. It's always kept me dry, and I've had these for just over a year and really enjoy them. They're comfortable, they're showing no major signs of wear, even though I've worn them a bunch, and yeah, still warm and dry. So definitely recommend these. Next piece of footwear are these boot slippers. They're called The Boot. They're from Glerups, which is a Danish brand, and it's just a simple idea of using felt for slippers, and they have the benefit of the rubber sole on the bottom, which you can see has kept sort of Play-Doh and all the kids' food off my feet. But they're warm and comfortable, but with the rubber sole you can still take them outside and you know, do some things outside. I've worn them into town and, you know, not worried about it. The sole's still held up really well. They do have a leather option if you just want to wear it indoors or just around. But the rubber sole gives you a little bit more versatility, but still really comfortable just with the the felt. It's so, yeah, just so nice and cozy. I actually left them at a hut once and they came back to me because someone took the time to bring it down, and I posted on a local forum, and he was kind enough to return them to me, but also commented on how comfortable they were. But yeah, anyone who's tried Glerups is usually a lifelong fan. I definitely am, because they are, yeah, just nice, warm, and comfortable. And they hold up surprisingly well for just being felt and rubber. So that's good. And I think that's it for now. That's a lot. I've got other recommendations, so just subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be rolling out these gear reviews a lot more. Not only gear reviews, but travel tips and helpful advice for families and just backcountry explorers and people who want to make a closer relationship to nature and make it more seamless with their day-to-day lives as well. That's something that I really value and that I'm working towards doing more of day-to-day, and hopefully helping more people along the way. Very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a great winter ahead, and enjoy many, many outdoor adventures to come, and yeah, tune in for more fun stuff along the way.